There are a variety of Iranian cells active in the UK at the moment. One group seems to have been um, involved in planning an attack against the Israeli embassy, and the other group seems to be involved in planning an attack, maybe on a synagogue. It's not entirely clear. So this is, but what is clear is the way it's being done. It's one of the most significant and complex counter-terrorist operations unfolding on British soil. This operation that intertwines state-level threats, new legal frameworks, and the increasingly bold use of foreign intelligence actors. And at its centre is the recent arrest of a 31-year-old Iranian national in northwest London, the fourth individual apprehended under the UK's new National Security Act and part of a larger and worrying pattern. On Friday, a 31-year-old Iranian man was arrested at a residential address in northwest London by the Metropolitan Police's Counterterrorism Command, and this arrest, carried out under Section 27 of the National Security Act 2023, follows the earlier detention of three other Iranian nationals aged 39, 44 and 55 on May the 3rd. What's especially notable is the legal mechanism being used. Section 27 allows police to arrest without warrant anyone suspected of involvement in foreign power threat activity. That means the UK now has the legal tools to respond swiftly to what it perceives as covert or malign operations directed by hostile foreign governments. It's not a knee-jerk power grab. It reflects a strategic shift. The 2023 Act, introduced in response to mounting evidence of espionage and state-linked plots, is being tested in real time. But this arrest is not specifically linked to the case involving a separate Iranian cell allegedly plotting to attack the Israeli embassy in London. That's an entirely different operation, which has seen 5 other Iranian nationals arrested in cities including Manchester, Stockport and Swindon. The man arrested in Stockport, for example, was reportedly detained as he attempted to flee, and he was fleeing through a pensioner's garden, and the police raided the pensioner's house, causing a certain amount of terror in their own right. 4 of these suspects remain in custody under the anti-terror laws, specifically Section 5 of the Terrorism Act 2006, which is about the preparation of terrorist acts. One has been bailed with conditions. These 2 operations, both involving Iranian nationals and unfolding simultaneously, are officially described as unconnected, but their juxtaposition has raised eyebrows in Westminster, Whitehall, and indeed in the press alike. It's important to remember Iran is already known as a malign actor in the eyes of British intelligence. MI5 has previously stated that 20 plots backed by Iran have been foiled since 2022, ranging from threats to journalists to targeted surveillance of dissidents. And indeed, I am aware of people who have been targeted and have been concerned. Iran was the first country to be listed under the new foreign influence registration scheme. And it's a regime requiring individuals acting on behalf of a foreign state to declare their activities or face up to 5 years in prison. It comes into force this July, and these arrests underscore why. Security Minister Dan Jarvis called the twin investigations some of the largest counter-terror threats and counter-terrorism actions we have seen in recent times, and he's right. These are not lone wolves with ideological gripes. They are suspected operatives allegedly acting under directional influence of a state. And the Iranian regime, for its part, is feigning ignorance. Iran's foreign minister, Sayed Abbas Araghchi, told the Twitter to deny any involvement, stating that Tehran categorically rejects the allegations and hasn't been informed via diplomatic channels. And this disingenuous denial, one might argue, is part of the dance. Tehran insists on plausible deniability while cultivating a network of operatives abroad, particularly in countries critical of its nuclear ambitions or regional interventions. Britain, meanwhile, must navigate the treacherous waters of foreign policy, maintaining pressure on Iran, though through sanctions and intelligence sharing, while avoiding outright escalation. So where does this leave us? Well, what we're witnessing is a new era in counterterrorism, one where state-sponsored threats are no longer confined to cyber attacks or espionage, but include boots-on-the-ground plots within the UK itself. The National Security Act 2023, now being actively used, is not an abstract legal reform. It's the firewall between national safety and foreign interference. The arrests in London, Manchester, and beyond serve as a warning. Foreign powers are no longer whispering in shadows. They are testing our defences in broad daylight in Stockton, in Manchester, and so far the Met, the MI5, and Britain's evolving legal tools seem ready to answer. It isn't just a security matter, though, it's a constitutional one. And how do we balance liberty with vigilance? That will define the next decade of national life. Let's hope the system proves wise enough not only to catch, but to withstand the challenges ahead.